What is going on, everybody? Back at it again. Type beat. I saw this thumbnail like the other day, and I'm like, oh, I gotta watch this. You feel me? And I love my Star Wars. You feel me? We got the 7 levels of Sith explained in detail by my boy. Not Order 66, Order 77. You feel me? Yeah, type shit. This shit got like what, 1,000,000 views? Sheesh. Niggas fuck with it. You just fuck with it. I love my Star Wars. The Darth Maul coming out. Literally in a month, right? Next month, I think it's April. So yeah, this is the perfect video for this. Any excuse to watch a Star Wars video, I'm there. You know what I'm saying? I am there. So low key, whenever they announce what you call it, Jedi 3, I might play Jedi Fallen Order and Survivor again to stream that bit. You know what I'm saying? Just have my fun. I already platinum both of them bitches. Got all the achievements on them bitches. Max that bitch out, bro. Oh my god. Yeah, I might do that. Yeah. Same thing with Kingdom Hearts, but that's another story. But anyway, 7 levels of Sith. Oof. Yeah, there is levels to this shit, bro. Oh god. I already know who level 7 is. But anyway, I already know. That nigga ignorant. But anyway, hit the video over the like, man. Comment down below, subscribe, man. Subscribe to Order 77, man. Get bro to 50k likes, man. He on the grind too, type shit. But yeah, without further ado, let's dive on in.
The dark side of
my
the
ears
Force has always promised power to those willing to embrace it.
Type shit.
Across both canon and legends, 7 Sith stand out.
Bro, boy, right there too, bro.
Across both.
This is why I hate Disney and Lucasfilm, bro. Cause this, bro, if there was to like live action or animate this, tough. The Old Republic, bro. The Old Republic has the time span between the Old Republic is so big, bro. Oh my god, the content, bro. There's so much that happened in this time period, bro. It was shit on the Clone Wars. You know what I mean? Like genuinely, it was literally, like we all know, it was shit on the Clone Wars. You know what I'm saying? They did it right, bro. Oh my god, live action movies, TV shows, animate. Old Republic with those print money, printed. But anyway.
Canon and legends, 7 Sith stand out not for their strength alone,
I cannot wait to play that.
Power revealed. Each level of mastery exposed new limits that demanded to be overcome. The Sith understood this in ways the Jedi never could. Their history is written not in philosophy, but in the lives of those who pushed beyond what others thought possible, only to discover that what they gained was never quite enough. The path begins with those who served the dark side, but were never granted its title. Asajj Ventress was one of the Clone Wars' most dangerous assassins. Yet she was never a true Sith. She could match Jedi Masters in single combat, slip into Republic facilities using stealth and deception, and command Separatist forces when needed. She combined twin lightsabers with lethal precision, mixing Night Sister magic with dark-side techniques. Her fighting style blended the aggression of Form 5 with the chaos of Night Sister sorcery, creating combinations the Jedi hadn't trained to counter. In canon continuity, the animated series The Clone Wars establishes her as Count Dooku's most trusted.
Bro, I remember all of this, bro. Oh my god, this was a time. I remember the trailers for this shit, man. I'm like, bro, kid me was lit, bro. I was like, oh my god, yes. We get more Star Wars, yes. Oh my god, bro.
Operative during the war,
like, what?
Hunting Jedi across the galaxy. She was a dark side assassin, trained by Dooku, but never granted the title of apprentice. The Sith operate under the rule of 2, one master and one apprentice. And Dooku already served Darth Sidious. Ventress was a tool, expendable the moment she became inconvenient. Season 3, Episode 12, Night Sisters, shows that when Sidious senses her growing power during a battle in the Solar...
And just for y'all to know, who have not watched Clone Wars, Season 3, the boy should get active. Should get ignorant. You know what I mean? So, hey, look, stick around with Season 1 and 2. You know what I mean? Just stick around. You know what I'm saying? Stay strong. Not even that bad, to be honest with you. I don't look at it that way. I just look at it like, oh, yeah, this is, you know, the adventures in Star Wars type shit. Now, some arcs you can't skip. You know what I'm saying? All the shit with the droids, skip that shit. You ain't got nothing. You ain't missing much. You know what I'm saying? But, like, Yeah, season 3. When she get ignorant.
System. He orders Dooku to eliminate her. The Count abandons her mid-battle, commanding his fleet to fire on the command ship, where she fights alongside Anakin and Obi-Wan. She survives, but the betrayal exposes the truth about her power. When the Night Sisters of Dathomir take her in and heal her wounds, she strikes back at Dooku using magic-enhanced invisibility and poison, nearly killing him in his castle on Sereno. Despite her skill, she fails because tools, no matter how sharp, eventually break when used against their makers. Ventress's abilities were real, but they had always belonged to someone else. She drew on the dark side with skill and precision, never for her own purpose. A dark side warrior operating outside the Sith hierarchy, powerful, but never granted true status or autonomy. The Sith were never satisfied with tools. They needed something raw, something that could sustain itself through pure will, even when everything else was taken away. One apprentice embodied that hunger.
Yeah.
Darth Maul,
my favorite character.
Pure hatred made physical. His acrobatic combat style turned lightsaber dueling into overwhelming aggression, using his double-bladed saber to attack from multiple angles at once. During the Battle of Naboo, shown in the canon film The Phantom Menace, he engaged 2 Jedi Masters at the same time, striking down Qui-Gon Jinn before Obi-Wan Kenobi cut him in half and sent both pieces down a reactor shaft. By every measure, Maul should have died. His body was destroyed, and his connection to his master was severed. Yet that hatred wouldn't let him die.
Made him
Canon
stronger.
sources pick up his story over a decade later in The Clone Wars, Season 4, Episode 21, Brothers. That hatred kept him conscious as he fell thousands of meters down the reactor shaft. It held his organs together as his broken body crashed into the junk world of Lothal Minor.
That is so crazy, bro.
Endless refuse where scavengers picked through mountains of discarded machinery.
My nigga was in
his
hell,
shattered
bro.
mind, struggling to maintain consciousness through agony that should
Nigga, I'd be a crash out too, nigga. I can't fuck no more, man. I'm crashing out, bro. Obi-Wan is up for you, nigga.
killed him instantly, began cannibalizing droid parts scattered across the wasteland.
It is up.
He fashioned crude mechanical legs from whatever salvage he could reach, transforming himself into a spider-like creature that dragged his torso through the tunnels beneath the junk heaps. For over a decade, Maul existed in those tunnels, his mind fractured, his memories fragmented into broken loops of hatred and pain. He built a lair from wreckage and lived like an animal, surviving on vermin and the occasional unlucky scavenger who ventured too deep. His connection to the Force remained, twisted and raw, feeding on his rage, while offering nothing in return but the strength to endure another day of madness. When Savage Opress finally found him, Maul was barely sentient. He muttered broken phrases about fear, hunting, filth, and worthlessness, his mind unable to form coherent thoughts. The power that kept him alive also destroyed his sanity. Mother Talzin's magic eventually gave him new legs and restored his mind enough to function, but the damage ran deeper than missing limbs. While canon establishes Maul's survival through hatred alone, the Legends novel, The Wrath of Darth Maul, reveals how Sidious shaped this weapon from childhood. Chapter 1 describes Maul raised on Mustafar in isolation, subjected to harsh training that turned a boy into an instrument of pure rage. Unlike Ventress, who'd known Jedi training before falling to darkness, Maul knew nothing but the dark side from the beginning. He wasn't meant to think or question. He was meant to hate, to hunt, to kill. Maul had become exactly what Sidious intended, a being whose entire existence revolved around hatred. That single-minded focus also limited him. He could survive through rage alone, but he couldn't build anything with it. When he briefly seized control of Mandalore in the Clone Wars Season 5, Episode 16, The Lawless, Sidious himself arrived to crush those ambitions, reminding Maul that he was just an apprentice, not a true master. The Sith needed more than survival through emotion.
Only 2.
They needed power that could reshape the galaxy, even if that power came with restraints. That power emerged in the Chosen One himself. Anakin Skywalker became Darth Vader with raw force potential that exceeded almost anyone in galactic history. The canon film Revenge of the Sith shows the transformation after his defeat on Mustafar, but the Legends novel, Dark Lord: The Rise of Darth Vader, reveals what the armor cost him and what remained. Where canon leaves Vader's limitations implied, Legends sources provide the devastating technical details.
Yeah.
Vader's power in the Force remained staggering despite his injuries. He could choke admirals across vast distances without physical contact, reaching through hyperspace itself to crush windpipes on distant Star Destroyers, hunting Jedi survivors who thought they'd hidden beyond his reach. In combat, he tore through squads of soldiers with brutal efficiency, his crimson blade cutting through blaster fire and flesh with equal ease. The Legends novel Lord...
The only thing I hate about that scene, y'all, it was too many damn cuts. That shit was pissing me off. I'm like, bro, why they cut so goddamn much, bro? Just let him cook, bro. Oh my god, I guess I was just them trying to, you know what I'm saying, keep that, I don't know, that child, kid-friendly type of vibe. Like, nah, nigga, let him cook. You feel me? Golly.
Words of the Sith describes how he could manipulate entire battlefields through the Force, projecting waves of fear that drove enemy soldiers
too many
to
damn
panic
cuts
and flee. When he boarded rebel vessels, his presence in the Force preceded him like a wave of darkness, announcing his arrival before he even ignited his lightsaber. His rage fueled strength that made him the Empire's ultimate enforcer. When he arrived on a world, resistance collapsed. When he boarded a ship, crews surrendered rather than face him. Yet the suit that saved his life became his prison. Chapter 2 of Dark Lord: The Rise of Darth Vader describes the respirator connecting directly to his damaged lungs through tubes entering his throat. A cable from his chest control box regulated his heartbeat and maintained the pressurized environment his ruined body required. The medical droids had used inferior alloys for his prosthetic legs and failed to properly inspect the strips that protected the electromotive lines. The suit didn't just limit Vader's mobility.
He's stupid.
It severed him from abilities
been trying to give me a better
taken
suit
for granted. He needed a hyperbaric
under his
chamber
nose, you feel
just
me?
to remove his mask. In his meditation chamber, where he could briefly exist without the suit, he felt the Force more clearly than when trapped in the armor. The Emperor had designed it that way, whether through intention or negligence. Either way, Vader was powerful enough to destroy any threat to the Empire, but limited enough to never challenge his master. That kind of power solved one problem and created another. Physical constraints were just one prison. Every Sith discovered that pure devotion to the dark side created its own limits. Rage destroyed sanity. Hunger consumed everything. Power demanded constant sacrifice. Some tried to escape this trap entirely by walking both paths at once, believing balance between light and dark would succeed where pure darkness failed. One such warrior became a legend. Revan exists entirely in Legends continuity, found in the video game Knights of the Old Republic.
Goat game. I was a late bloomer to this bitch. I was late to the party. God damn. It still holds up, bro. And now the remake. Oh my god, oh my god. They're taking a sweet ass time, because wasn't this revealed like in 2020, 2021 or some shit? Like, damn, hurry up. Hurry up, bro. Oh my god, cause this bitch getting platinum. That bitch getting platinum. Like, bro.
And the novel, The Old Republic, Revan. He represented something the galaxy had rarely seen. A Sith Lord who mastered both sides of the Force without being consumed by either.
Malik, you tried it, bitch.
Strategist,
He tried
Revan defeated the Mandalorian crusade that had conquered world after world while the Republic hesitated. He saw through the Mandalorians' seemingly chaotic attacks and recognized the calculated pattern behind them. At the Battle of Malachor V, he commanded the use of the Mass Shadow Generator, an experimental superweapon that would draw upon gravitational anomalies to destroy every ship in orbit. His general, Mitra Surik, gave the order to activate it, crushing the Mandalorian fleet in a single devastating strike. The weapon won the war, but shattered countless lives in the process, killing thousands of Republic soldiers along with the enemy. The Jedi who followed him into battle learned warfare under his command, becoming hardened soldiers rather than peacekeepers. As a duelist, he could face multiple Jedi at once and emerge victorious, his lightsaber technique blending multiple forms into something uniquely his own. As a Force user, he drew on both light and dark side abilities with equal skill,
that's what I'm be doing, bro.
Needed, but tempering it with Jedi discipline. When he turned to the dark side and claimed the Star Forge, an ancient Rakatan space station that could manufacture entire fleets using the Force, he commanded armies that brought the Republic to its knees. The Star Forge fed on the dark side, converting stellar matter into ships and weapons at a pace.
God, I can't wait for this goddamn remake. Oh my God, hurry up.
Revan used it to build an armada that overwhelmed Republic defenses, conquering system after system with strategic precision that made every victory seem inevitable. His power came from refusing to limit himself. Where other Sith burned with pure hatred, Revan blended rage with tactical precision. That balance became his fatal weakness. Malak betrayed him during a Jedi ambush, leaving him for dead.
Nigga.
The Jedi Council erased Revan's memories and rebuilt his identity as a weapon against Malak. When Revan eventually...
You lied to me. What's the name? Basilisk? One or two. Basilisk? Something like that. Basilisk, I think. Forgot. That you lied to me. Ooh. Kept that secret. Well, she didn't lie. She just kept a secret from me, bro. Like, bitch. How your jaw is. Crimson chin head ass.
Eventually destroyed both Malak and the Star Forge, he found himself caught between two lives. Chapter 1 of the novel Revan describes the nightmares that started years later, fragmented visions of a greater threat. On Nathema, he found a dead world, completely lifeless in the Force. Every living being had been consumed by a Sith Lord named Vitiate over 1,000 years earlier. Revan realized he'd been compromised by this ancient Sith Emperor, manipulated into attacking the Republic as part of a larger plan. He traveled to confront Vitiate before the Emperor could launch a full-scale invasion. Chapter 6 shows Revan's attempt fails. The Emperor was too powerful, sustained by centuries of dark side rituals. The Sith Lord's Scourge betrayed Revan at the crucial moment, recognizing the Emperor couldn't be defeated through direct confrontation. Vitiate imprisoned Revan, keeping him alive for 3 centuries to drain information from his mind. Revan's division between light and dark had made him powerful. Against an opponent who had abandoned all restraint, who consumed entire world.
I made a Sith when the game first came out back in the day. Now you can't do that. I think now you need a goddamn subscription to make a Sith. That's some bullshit.
To fuel his power, Revan's careful balance was not enough. The Sith didn't want balance. One Sith achieved domination that reshaped the entire galaxy. Darth Sidious commanded power that went beyond raw force ability. Canon sources from the film saga show his rise to Emperor through political manipulation, while legend sources reveal how he learned to weaponize an entire government and challenge the Force itself. As Palpatine, he organized the Trade Federation's blockade of his homeworld, Naboo. He maneuvered himself into the position of Supreme Chancellor. He spent years dismantling the Republic from within. He manipulated the Clone Wars into existence. He engineered Order 66 to eliminate the Jedi. He transformed a 1,000-year-old democracy into the Galactic Empire with himself as its absolute ruler. He did it all while appearing as a kindly politician, a guardian of democracy who reluctantly accepted emergency powers.
That nigga played every goddamn body, bro.
Sidious's political genius. The Legends novel Darth Plagueis expands on his.
Bro, I need this in animation, live action. I need this, bro. Need this.
Force mastery in ways canon sources only hint at. For years, Plagueis conducted experiments in the manipulation of midichlorians, attempting to influence them to create life, or extend it indefinitely. He worked in isolation, driven by an obsession that bordered on madness, while Sidious learned the depths of Sith sorcery at his side. The novel describes how Plagueis studied the organelles as they functioned in living beings, seeking to bend them to his will and unlock the secret to immortality that had eluded every Sith before him. Sidious absorbed these lessons while secretly plotting his master's end. The night he became Chancellor, he killed Plagueis in his sleep. In that moment, the Force shifted. The foresight that once came easily to Jedi Masters now arrived clouded and uncertain. The Jedi could no longer sense the future clearly. They were blind, and Sidious had become the galaxy's hidden master. Proving the Rule of Two's core principle, the apprentice must surpass and destroy the master. When he faced Yoda in the Senate chamber and held his own against the Order's most powerful master, he demonstrated that his political cunning was matched by raw force power. For all his victories, he remained mortal, his body aging while the Rebel Alliance persisted despite his efforts. When Luke Skywalker refused him, and he was thrown down a reactor shaft aboard the second Death Star, even his return through clone bodies proved the limitation. He was still bound to the physical galaxy, still dependent on vessels and technology, and subordinates who might fail
They did you so wrong in that movie, my
Political
goat.
Power, no matter how total, couldn't overcome the basic constraint of existence itself. The Sith had always wanted more than rulership. They wanted to rise above the limits that made them vulnerable. Some achieved this by becoming something other than alive. Darth Nihilus didn't fight with lightsabers or force lightning. He consumed life itself. Operating entirely within Legends continuity, the reference book The Old Republic Encyclopedia describes what happened in the Miraluka colony of Qatar. The Jedi Order had called a secret conclave there, gathering thousands of Jedi across the galaxy to discuss the Sith threat. They believed they were hidden, protected by the Force in the remote location of the colony. However, they were wrong. When Nihilus arrived in orbit aboard the Ravager, he didn't deploy troops or bombard the surface. He simply reached out through the Force and fed. Every living being on Qatar died in moments.
Shit crazy,
not
bro.
Killed, but consumed. The planet became a mass grave. Thousands of
got low-key a world eater, bruh. Nigga, a world eater, bruh. Like, bruh, come on, man. That's some OD shit. He ain't gotta tell us down. Hey, bruh. Run my fade. This nigga just, oh my god.
Corpses lying where they'd fallen. Their deaths so sudden, they hadn't even time to react. He existed as a wound in the Force itself, a living void that hungered for Force energy the way a black hole hungered for matter.
That's crazy.
His power operated on a level that conventional Sith abilities couldn't match. The video game Knights of the Old Republic 2, The Sith Lords, establishes his origin during the destruction of Malachor 5. The mass shadow generator ripped a wound in the Force, killing almost everyone.
Also, I think they're doing KOTOR 2 as well. You know what I mean? Which is like, okay, talk to us.
Instantly, Nihilus survived, but the experience transformed him into something never seen before. His body deteriorated until nothing remained but consciousness bound to armor and mask through Sith sorcery. The mask became his identity, the expressionless face that looked out as worlds died. Nihilus's power was absolute in its specific domain.
You see that mask?
It came
Go and run,
bro.
It's already up for you,
He
bro.
couldn't communicate normally, his language becoming incomprehensible except to his apprentice, Visas Mar. He couldn't interact with the galaxy except through consumption, and every world he fed on left him stronger but no more satisfied. The hunger grew with every meal, demanding more until nothing less than draining the Force from the entire galaxy would be enough. When his apprentice turned against him and brought the Jedi exile Mitra Surik to confront him, Nihilus discovered his power was useless against her. Surik was a wound in the Force like him, already empty and cut off. He tried to drain her and found nothing to consume, his hunger becoming his downfall. His power could reshape worlds and murder thousands with a thought,
nigga had to go.
Yet it couldn't satisfy the void at his core. He'd proven that even becoming a force of nature had its limits. One Sith Lord had found a way to go further still, to consume worlds not out of uncontrollable hunger, but through deliberate choice.
Uh-oh.
To extend his existence not for centuries, but for millennia.
Bro, I want my friends to play this bitch, bro. They missing out. They don't have PCs, big bro. They missing out, bro. At least 2 of my friends will love this bitch and they will not get off. But anyway.
This was the final evolution of Sith power. The final Sith exists entirely within Legends continuity, documented in the reference book The Old Republic Encyclopedia and the video game Star Wars The Old Republic.
Hey.
On the planet Medrias, a boy named Tenebrae was born with such dark side power that even as a child,
Demon baby.
he could kill with a thought. By age 10, he killed his Sith Lord father. At 13, he conquered his entire homeworld and earned the title Lord Vitiate from Marco Ragnus, the ruler of all Sith. For the next 100 years, he remained on his homeworld, delving deeper into dark side rituals and Sith sorcery, while the galaxy forgot about him. When the Sith Empire collapsed after the Great Hyperspace War, the now ancient Lord Vitiate emerged from his solitude. He summoned every surviving Sith Lord to his world, and 8,000 answered his call.
Damn.
He promised unity, strength, and a path forward that would ensure survival. They agreed to participate in a ritual that would bind them together, channeling their collective power toward a single purpose.
Don't do that.
What followed would change the galaxy forever. The ritual lasted 10 days. For the first 9 days, he bound the Sith Lords together in meditation, linking their minds and their power to his will. Darkside energy gathered around Medrias, visible from orbit as storm clouds that pulsed with red lightning. On the 8th day, several Sith Lords attempted to break free, sensing the trap Vitiate had laid.
That's what I'm saying. Dumbasses. Oh my God, I would never do that, bro. Don't trust a Sith.
Binding them ever tighter to his will. By the 9th day,
rule number 1,
none
bro.
of them could
Don't
move
trust a Sith,
without
bro.
his permission, their wills completely subjugated. On the final day, the planet itself screamed as Vitiate consumed the life force of every Sith Lord, every living creature, every plant, every microorganism. The 8,000 Sith Lords died first, their screams cut short as their essence flowed into Vitiate, followed by every other living thing in a wave of death that spread across the planet's surface. Vitiate emerged as the only survivor, transformed into something beyond mortal as the energy extended his life indefinitely. He declared himself Sith Emperor and rebuilt the Empire in secret for 300 years, training warriors in hostile jungles on Dromund Kaas and constructing a massive fleet. When he launched a new war against the Republic, his forces brought the galaxy to its knees. Yet even ruling an empire wasn't enough. The video game The Old Republic reveals how Vitiate discovered the Eternal Fleet, an ancient armada of sentient droid ships. He built the Eternal Throne to reactivate and control them, then created a new identity in secret on Zakuul. He became Valkorion, the immortal emperor, who built a golden city and ruled a civilization that worshipped him as a living god. As Valkorion, his power exceeded even what he'd achieved as Vitiate. The Eternal Fleet crushed both the Republic and the reconstituted Sith Empire at once, blockading Coruscant and Dromund Kaas within months. He ruled Zakuul for over a century, providing its citizens with comfort while extracting tribute from every conquered world. The city he built rose in gleaming spires above the endless swamp, a monument to his vision of perfection. His subjects knew him as a benevolent ruler who gave them peace and prosperity, never suspecting the dark rituals that sustained his immortality, or the worlds he'd consumed to achieve it. The Eternal Throne took generations to construct and could only be operated by him or his children, the fleet responding to the throne and the throne responding only to Valkorion's bloodline.
That nigga
created an
trash ass
that could span galaxies, powered by technology that combined ancient Zakuulan engineering with Sith sorcery, controlled through the Force in ways that made conventional warfare obsolete. His ambition extended beyond
his son was in that field, bro.
Regular consumption of life force.
Knocking people off.
His appetite grew. He'd lived for over 1,500 years, ruled empires, and consumed worlds, achieving every goal a Sith could imagine.
Aren't you tired, boss?
None of it satisfied him. Even if he succeeded and consumed all life as he'd consumed Nathema, nothing would remain. He'd be immortal, but alone, with unlimited power and nothing to use it on. The Sith Emperor, who'd achieved functional immortality and ruled civilizations for over a millennium, had discovered the final truth. Even godhood brought no satisfaction.
Bored, bro.
Built always consumed them
Just boredom.
in the end, leaving only the inevitability they'd tried so hard to escape. While these 7 Sith demonstrated the dark side's escalating power, they all operated within a system created by one Sith Lord who tried to solve the basic problem of Sith self-destruction. Darth Bane watched the Sith Empire collapse from infighting.
Bro, a series, I think a movie would be cool, but I think for this type of shit, I think a series, it would work better as a series. You feel me? A Bane series, bro, on how the Ruler 2 became about would be, oh my god, bro, it would be so lit. Again, animation, all live action, that shit would be so lit.
And betrayal, then forged the Rule of 2 to ensure each generation grew stronger instead of tearing itself apart. His 1,000-year plan created the unbroken lineage connecting every master and apprentice from ancient times to Sidious and Vader, shaping how the Sith survived in secret and manipulated the galaxy from the shadows. To understand Bane's complete story and the tragic price he paid for his vision, watch his full documentary. And to see how his Rule of 2 shaped every Sith master and apprentice across 1,000 years of galactic history, explore the complete Sith lineage.
Tight. W video, bro. Sith gang. I'm saying all day, every day. But I wouldn't let the dark side consume me, though. I'm saying that's the only thing. Even though I'm Sith gang, that shit not about to consume me, big dog. That's what I'm saying. Oh my god, even the 7 levels of the most powerful beings in Star Wars? Ooh. I'm gonna have to watch that one too. God damn it. Anyway, W video about Order 77, bro. Oh my god. Yeah, but the Old Republic has so much content. It is ridiculous, bro. Like Nihilus. You see Nihilus's mask? It's iconic, bro. Hey. Just don't even run. Don't do nothing, bro. Just know it's up, bro. Your time existing in this world is over. You feel me? Oh my god. This shit about Valkorion, them like nigga, like you are bored. That's what I'm saying. Like he took the thrill out of being, you know what I'm saying? Like the process and the progress of becoming like that nigga. Like he took like a big ass shortcut. Trick all 8,000 of them dumbass niggas, cause I wouldn't have done that shit. Nigga, don't trust a Sith, bro. Come on, man. Rule number 1, don't trust a Sith. Come on, man. Like, nah, not me, nigga. I'm out. I'm leaving. You can have all these dumbass niggas, but not me though. But yeah, like, bro, you have no one to challenge you. Cause like, what Jedi gonna challenge that nigga like that, bro? The nigga was immortal. He had all that power. The fleets. Like, you're bored, fam. You are bored. There's no one to press you like that. You know what I mean? Like, there's no opposition. There's no conflict. It's up with his family, because I think it was a terrible goddamn father. Lord have mercy. But yeah, bro. And Reverend, bro. That's what I would be, bro. The light and the dark. I think that's probably what most of us low-key would be, on the cool low-key. After knowing Star Wars and, you know, watching Star Wars for years and whatnot, reading the comics and whatnot, I think everybody who would get the Force would be like, yeah, I'm doing both. Why not both? Like, for real, like, why not both? Like, dead ass. Like, nigga, I am gonna have my spirit fingers. I am gonna do Sith lightning. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody stopping me from doing that shit. You feel me? Just saying. But yeah. Crazy, bro. Still Sith gang though. Sith guy. Anyway, W video, man. Again, hit the video up with a like, comment down below, subscribe, all that good jazz. Subscribe to Order 77. You know what I'm saying? Give her the 50K. W video, man. But anyway, love y'all, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.